Hello, chess pals. Today, we are going to learn how to tame the dragon. Well, not the fire-breathing creature, but the Sicilian dragon variation. Sicilian dragon is the second most popular Sicilian variation after Sicilian Najdorf. It is very sharp with extensive theory. So, if you play from white side against opponents familiar with the theory, even one slip can be lethal. However, you can avoid the extensive theory and yet counter the dragon effectively. Let us check out. The starting moves are 1, e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, and g6. This is the starting position of Sicilian dragon. Here, most common theoretical moves are bishop e3, bishop e2, etc. However, the dragon black players will be mostly well prepared in them. So, instead of going into their preparation, we will play an effective novelty move, f4. This sneaky move sets up a clever trap. As per the database, majority opponents fall for it. Even if a rare opponent is prepared for it, your position remains fine, which is the best part unlike many other unsound traps. Black mostly plays bishop g7 as per dragon's theme. However, they just fail for our trap. We will play e5. After d takes e5, f takes e5, black needs to move the knight. His main options are knight g4, knight d5, and knight d7. As per the database, knight g4 is black's most popular choice, followed by knight d5. Both are losing. Let us check how to capitalize on them. Knight g4 seems logical as black defends the knight and also double attacks the e5 pawn. However, we have a strong move, bishop b5 check. Here, if black plays knight c6, then after knight takes c6, b takes c6, bishop takes c6 check, bishop d7, and bishop takes a8, white is clearly better. If black plays bishop d7 instead of knight c6, then we will play queen takes g4, taking advantage of the bishop pin and winning the knight. So, instead, most opponents play king f8, trying to keep the knight defended. However, we have another strong tactic here. Can you spot it? Yes, knight e6 check. With a check and discovered attack on the black queen, we will win the black queen and the game. We saw that black loses after knight g4 here. If they play knight d5 instead, then again we will play the same move, bishop b5 check. If they block with knight c6, after knight takes c6, b takes c6, bishop takes c6, bishop d7, queen takes d5, white is winning. If they play bishop d7 or knight d7, then we will play knight takes d5 and win the knight. So, instead, most opponents play king f8 here. As we can see, black's position is very passive and cramped. We can simply castle here and put our rook on open f5, putting tremendous pressure on black king. Most opponents will play either knight takes c3 or bishop takes e5 here. If knight takes c3, again, we have the same tactical idea. Yes, knight e6 check. If black plays bishop takes e6, it is a mate in one. Queen takes d8 checkmate. If king g8, then after queen takes d8 check, bishop f8, queen takes f8 is checkmate. Instead of knight takes c3, they play bishop takes e5, eliminating the dangerous e5 pawn, We will play knight takes d5. After the capture with queen takes d5, we will play bishop h6 check. Here, they have only two moves, king g8 and bishop g7. If king g8, we will play knight f5, a brilliant move, threatening bet in 1 with knight e7, also attacking the black queen. So, black mostly plays queen c5 check, which looks logical as it defends checkmate and queen with tempo. However, we have bishop e3 here, renewing both the threats again. They mostly play queen c7, although all black moves are losing anyway. Here, we play knight h6 check. Now, rook takes f7 checkmate is unstoppable. After bishop h6, instead of king g8, if they play bishop g7, we will play bishop c4. If queen c5, then rook takes f7 is crushing. If queen takes d4, then we will win the black queen with queen takes d4, as the bishop on g7 is pinned. And if queen takes c4, then knight e6 check, king g8, queen d8 check, bishop f8, and queen takes f8 is checkmate. After f takes e5, instead of knight g4 and knight d5, knight fd7 is the best try from black. Then we will play e6, attacking the knight and f7. If f takes e6, then knight takes e6 is crushing as there is a fork on the queen and the bishop. If knight f6, then we will play bishop b5 check. Black cannot block the check with bishop d7 or knight d7 thanks to our pawn on e6. So they will play king f8. Here, white has a very dominant position with many good moves like bishop e3, bishop f4, castle, etc. After e6, black's best resistance is knight e5. After e takes f7, knight takes f7, although white is better, black's position is playable. Hope you enjoyed this line and will win many games using it. You can prepare and practice hundreds of such amazing opening lines across all openings variations in mychessfile.com. mychessfile.com uses proven techniques and tools to help you excel in various aspects of chess like openings, middle game, end game. In addition to the standard out-of-the-box opening repertoire, you can also build your own custom opening repertoire. mychessfile.com also provides graphical insights based on your performance in openings, tactics, and endgames, so that you will focus on your strengths, areas of improvement, and prepare accordingly. mychessfile.com is a true buddy and guide in your chess journey. You can sign up for free and explore mychessfile.com. For limited early users, 1 month top-up will be provided for free on premium plan. So hurry up and avail before it expires. Wish you all a great chess journey. Bye and take care.